Greetings and welcome to your Oracle message for the day. I am Kat Morgan and I welcome you to this video, to this channel, and to this space. This is a collective reading and it's timeless, so whenever you come across this video, however and whenever you find it, it's the right time for you to be getting this message. You can consider this your daily rah-rah session, your morning, if you are listening to this in the morning or afternoon or evening, your pick-me-up, your encouragement, support, love, feedback from the universe on what you're doing, okay? Every day I'm going to be sending you guys love, encouragement, support, and guidance through these readings. So welcome, 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 everyone who is here, new and returning friends. You are all welcome in this space. I do want to talk a little bit about the elements of the card. Before we go into the card, we've been looking at the Crystal Grid Oracle deck, my Nicola McIntosh, and today's card is card number 9, Cleansing. And we know that the number 9 is the most perfect of the perfected Tesla numbers, 369. 9 is 3 threes, literally, and the number 3 is the most balanced number, the most balanced geometric form, the triangle, of all of the geometric forms, and the first one that can be created from the original geometry, if you will. The first geometric shape representing one dimension is a dot. The second geometric shape, and this is based on sacred geometry, guys. The second geometric shape is the perfect circle surrounding that dot. And so from a circle, all points are contained, right? And we have the number 3 then picks 3 points that are equally distant from each other, and that creates our triangle. It can be any distance, really, because you have non-even triangles. I forget what they're called. Isosceles is when they're leaning on their side. It's been a little while since I've been in geometry, guys. Anyways, we have here what looks very much to me like almost a Thunderbird dream catcher. So beautiful, beautiful grid. And our stone for the day is Shumgite. And when I first read that word, the name of the stone that we're working with today, I thought it might be from China or Japan or somewhere around there, but it's not. And I'll tell you where it's from in just a second, but you have to hold on. Oh, and before I forget, because I always forget, if you feel so inclined to like and or subscribe to the video and or channel, I don't get any money from these videos. This will never be a monetized channel, but it does help the YouTube algorithm help other people find these videos and find this channel. So I know when we're talking about cleansing, that's not a really super sexy term. It's not really exciting, doesn't get us all riled up or, ready to go, revved up, so to speak, right? When we hear the word cleansing, we're kind of like, that's shadow work. I don't like doing that. Doesn't make me feel good. Think of it in terms of when you take a bath or a shower. How many times do you do that during the week, for example? How many times do you wash your hair? How many times do you brush your teeth per day? If you're not doing it daily, if you're not doing these things at least weekly for, washing hair and all of that stuff, there's probably a situation that you need to address to begin with. And we're not going to go into that here, guys. But we know we need to wash our physical bodies. It's how we do a couple of things. It's not just to make us feel better. It's to keep us healthier, removing toxins from our body, removing dirt, grime, grease, stuff that clogs up our skin pores, that gives us skin conditions. There's a million reasons why we cleanse our bodies on a regular basis. Do we do the same thing for our minds? Do we do the same things for our emotions or for our spiritual selves? Are we doing our regular cleansing? And I'm not talking about shadow work, guys. This is not icky yucky. We have to go through that crap, okay? That's not what we're talking about here. What we're talking about is removing the toxins, evaluating what we are inputting to ourselves, okay, and deciding whether things are beneficial to us or not. And if they're not, they need to be removed. That's the cleansing. We are multidimensional beings, but in the grind of our daily lives, it's just so easy to forget we are more than a body and more than a mind, even. We also have a spirit that calls for just as much attention and care. Okay? We know that rituals, practices, and actions that are performed on a regular basis, such as prayer, meditation, the martial arts that I've talked about before, they create a harmony and a connection between the mind, the body, the soul, and the spirit. And a spiritual cleanse is anything that causes purification or removal of anything toxic from your spiritual body. You have a spiritual body, just like you have a physical body, and you have a mental body, and you have an emotional body. And we've talked about those before in the Authentic Self series that's on that playlist on my channel, and you are encouraged and invited to check those out as well. In a spiritual context, toxicity is a much broader term. What we observe, we become. If our attention is always absorbed in stress, negativity, loss, drama, gossip, lack, comparison, competition, past, future, ego, that's where our energy is going. It becomes low and it weighs us down mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. If we don't do daily spiritual practices, just like brushing your teeth, guys, energy can become stuck, stagnant, or absorb whatever our attention dwells on, affecting our entire life. Okay? This is an intentional cleansing, so we're not talking about looking at shadow work. We're talking about evaluating what we are inputting into our emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies. I also want to talk a little bit about shungite. Shungite, very, very interesting stone for our reading for the day. Shungite is a carbon-based stone that was first discovered in the Shunga village in Karelia Republic in the northern region of Russia. So it's from Russia. It's named after the village where it was discovered. It was first discovered in 1879 and contains more than 98% carbon. It won it didn't win the Nobel Science Prize, but in 1996, the Nobel Peace Prize for Science was awarded to 3 scientists who found naturally occurring antioxidants within shungite. These new forms of the element carbon are known as fullerenes. That's Fullerenes. These have been used in scientific breakthroughs ever since. Peter the Great knew of shungite's healing capabilities and set up the first Russian spa near the deposit to make use of its water purifying abilities. He even insisted that his soldiers carry a piece of shungite with them to purify their water on the go. A more pure form of shungite called noble shungite or elite shungite is extremely rare. It has a silverish tint on its surface. The pure stone's rarity makes it expensive and also very challenging to get your hands on. Its physical structure is almost completely carbon, leading to fewer impurities of any other elements. Shungite has vast amounts of healing powers that can assist any person in need. And just remember, you don't have to have these stones in your hand. If you do, that's excellent. But the whole point of these readings, the whole point of this deck and these cards and these images and these grids is to channel the energy of these stones through the image directly to you, the viewer, through your 2 eyes that are being processed through your 3rd eye. Those images are being processed through your 3rd eye, and this is all going into your subconscious as well as your conscious on these readings specifically. So you don't have to hold the stone in your hand. Just bring the energy of the card, of the image, of the grid of this stone into your personal experience through your intention. Okay? Shungite has vast amounts of healing powers that can assist any person in need. It has natural electrical conducting properties that help inhibit electromagnetic radiation, EMFs, guys. Electromagnetic fields, which contain trace amounts of radiation, are produced by all common household electronics. So your phone, your computer, your microwave, your television, your tablet, most electrical outlets. You've got 5G, internet stuff going through the air. All of those produce electromagnetic radiation that your body is being subjected to. Placing shungite at the base of an electronic and on the back of your phone will help drastically reduce the radio output without interfering with the operations. It has multiple effects on the body, include activation of all 7 chakras. It's used to detoxify the body and rid the mind of negativity while contributing as an aura cleanser. Shungite is a must-have for people with difficult or uncontrollable emotions. It allows for light to fill the body and negativity to be removed. Due to shungite's large deposits, the world is able to see many forms of shungite. Wearing any piece of jewelry or having any form of it on you will greatly increase your protective shield. Shungite's deep rooting capability will house sacred energies that can be easily summoned for shielding of any kind. Okay, beautiful stone for our reading. And as again, like I said, the cleansing that we're talking about here isn't so much shadow work, although a lot of times as we are removing negative input from our environment, shadow stuff comes up. Nature abhors a vacuum. If there's anything negative and toxic in your personal space, within your body, on your body, your clothes, your lotions and perfumes and cosmetics, and all of those products that you put on your skin itself, what you're eating, what you're listening to, the music that you play in your car as you're driving to and from wherever you're going. All of these things are putting input into your physical body, your mental body, emotional body, spiritual body, all of them, they're all connected. And just like if something is wrong in your body, you know how when your foot hurts, it's like your entire body is in pain. When you have chronic pain, it is wearing, it is exhausting. For those of you that are dealing with that, I feel you. Okay, this cleansing will help with any kind of chronic conditions that you are dealing with. What you've got is you've got symptoms that are developing from a cause of toxicity. So evaluate what you're listening to. Take a news break. If you're listening to the news, if you're even scrolling through those news stories, I was just having a conversation recently with my boyfriend about this, that you're bored and you just open your browser and there's MSN News or Yahoo News or whatever right there, and you just start scrolling through it. You see all the political stuff going on in the US, you see all the war stuff going on over in Europe. What is there of benefit that you are getting from that experience? What benefit are you getting from that information? I asked him that straight up, and he had to admit, and he did admit, there's nothing good that comes from looking at that stuff for him. He's bored. It's something mindless entertainment, basically. And so we talked about other things that can also provide that mindless entertainment. Put on an audiobook on the background if you don't want to be paying attention to something necessarily. There are a million channels on YouTube that have audiobooks that a lot of them don't have ads breaking them up. Listen to solfeggios instead of your hair bands. I love hair bands personally, okay? A big fan of that music. I wasn't listening to disco, I was listening to rock back in the 80s. So, shh, Yes, that tells a little bit about my age. Hush, hush. Anyways, what we are listening to, what we are looking at, what we are paying attention to, we are drawing more towards us. Okay? With that whole rant thing, my gosh, 15:15 on the timer here. Maybe we should take a look at the book and find out what our reading says for the card for number 9, cleansing, which is shungite. We have shungite, we have tourmaline in here, and then we have quartz. This is a time to cleanse. Shungite is a powerful cleanser, so if you have drawn this card, it may be time to strip away all that is impure or that no longer serves you to reveal the truth. You may already be going through a big cleanse. Whatever the situation in which you find yourself, shungite will help you remove everything that is clouding the situation. You may need to cleanse the energy in a room or working space. Gridded in a room, shungite is very effective. When coupled with black tourmaline, it is a reminder to let go and ground our energy that we no longer need. Shungite is reported to be around 2 billion years old, making it a very ancient earth energy stone. Because of its age, it has experienced the many changes that have happened on this earth. Working with shungite can therefore help when going through changes of your own. Drawing on the wisdom of the stone and its ability to cleanse makes for a very deep change. Remember, you will always get through each situation you are presented with. You may not forget what happens to you, but you can choose to let it go and not hold on to the negative energy. It's all a choice, what you choose to pay attention to. Embrace change. Let go of what you don't need in your life and carry on. You will become so much stronger for it. By letting go, you give yourself room for new energy to manifest. And then before we go through the exercise at the end of the reading here, I just want to mention, obviously most of us don't have shungite. Many of us don't have any stones at all. We are in a space where we just don't have that available to us. Just having this image up on your computer, just screenshot it on your phone and have it to glance at throughout the day. Take a picture of it with your phone, and send it to your work email so that you can pop it open and close periodically throughout the day. These little things that you can do where you can keep this energy with you throughout your day. This healing energy, this releasing energy. Remember, nature abhors a vacuum. When you are releasing negative stuff and you're paying attention to positive stuff, you have room for that positive stuff to become part of your life. So cleansing is an amazing thing. Imagine standing in a beautiful rain shower. It's warm. It's refreshing. You can feel the air is slightly cool. The rain is slightly cool on you, and you are just being, all of the dirt, all of the negativity, all of that is just washing away from you. Your feet are planted in the dirt. You can feel the mud squishing between your toes. It is clean. The dirt is clean. Earth is clean. You are clean. So here's our exercise for the day. Cleansing is a way of making room for fresh energy to move in. My God, I just said that. And you guys know I don't read these readings until we're reading them together. So that cracks me up when I have that happen. Cleansing is a way of making room for fresh energy to move in. When you're feeling stuck, frustrated, or in need of a way to move forward, cleaning your external environment is a great place to start. Look around your home. Open up old boxes. Go through the cupboards and find everything you no longer need and donate or let it go. When you make a shift like this in your physical environment, it cannot help but be reflected within your internal environment as well. Even the simple act of opening all the windows and smudging or lighting incense can allow for the movement of stuck energy. Completing unfinished projects is also a good way to make room for new energy. That is our reading for the day. I love you. Have the most amazing, fantastic day. Bring this energy in with you and carry it throughout the day. Allow yourself to bring in everything of benefit, everything that is healing, that is helpful for you, and release that no longer serves you. You are amazing. You are powerful. You are unlimited. Have a fantastic day. Namaste and ciao for now.